All right, we're excited here. We got Siva here, our spotlight of the month, and I always love just sharing because I have not met Siva face to face, and so we're just gonna go over where he was. So, Siva, just say your name, what you do, and then where you live.
Thanks for having me, and it has been great working with you, Coach Brad. I'm Siva Balu. I'm an executive in technology, and I live in Wisconsin.
Yes. So take us back to initially when we had our first Zoom call. What your life and your health was like back then.
Yeah, if you go back 3 months to the date tomorrow, I did not have a healthy lifestyle since I would say since COVID started in 2020. I used to run marathons and long distance, and after that, I had kids, whatnot. So I did not have a healthy lifestyle. I didn't eat. I didn't watch what I'm eating, and more importantly, I was not consistent. I didn't have a habit of, working out every day. So I would say over many years, you get busy with kids, work, travel, and that's always an excuse, right? So I let the lifestyle and the health slide a little bit. That's where I was 90 days ago.
How did you find get you in shape, and how did you decide that you wanted to try the program out?
How it happened is I have a really good friend. His name is Amit, and he had gone through your program, but we both met to go for dinner just to catch up in, I want to say, late October, early November of 2024. And I said, "Hey, you look great." And he said, "Yeah, I lost 30 pounds in 3 months." And I jokingly said, I gained that. And he kind of acknowledged that. And I was shocked because I was joking it. And then I started asking, "Who's your coach? How did you get here? What do you eat?" And then I had a life-changing awakening experience when I ran the New York City Marathon. One would think, probably incorrectly assume that anybody who runs a marathon is in the perfect health condition. I was not. I had a really hard time completing the race, and I was really upset the way I felt. I was having all kinds of health concerns, and that's when I talked to you, Coach Brad, and I thought, you know what? Let me give this a shot. Uh, 3 months of commitment. Let me just get it started because for a long time I was just training on my own and running marathons, like winging it. But the way I didn't feel good was almost like a wake-up call, aligned with that conversation with my friend who is one of your, clients. And that's how I reached out to you and we had the conversation.
Awesome. Yeah, so share, I guess, a little bit about your first initial experience or impression with the program once you got started. So how did the first, meeting with me or the first week, just what was your first impression
Yeah.
getting started?
Yep. First impressions, I'm going to be very honest. It was very down to earth. You are not like I have exposure to other coaches and other programs, and you are not pushy. In fact, it felt like you were in my corner. But I'm saying it now because I experienced it. At the time, we didn't know each other. I went by my friend's testimony. So the first impression is you had a very good program. You were very open in sharing the structure and the details. You went above and beyond to share some free materials. Hey, these are the things you will, go through it. And then when we talked, you were not looking at the clock. We had a scheduled time, but I think we went way over our scheduled time. And you were asking these curious questions. How can I help? That's something you repeated many times. And you introduced me to this concept, so that, which is what's your why, right? And I really took a week or two. We went back and forth to decide. But the more I was thinking about getting into a program, the more I was attracted to your program than anything else out there. The first impressions, not pushy, you were very open minded. It felt like you're going to be in my corner because you shared a lot of information. And another thing that is very attractive for me is we are not in the same place. So this is available virtually in a mobile app and you can customize it for my needs. So it's not like you had one program that all of us follow. So those were really what get me started. And I like the way you presented it. Hey, it's not just working out, it's what you eat, your lifestyle, sleep. So I would say the initial meeting was great. The content you shared was great. And it was up to me to get started.
Awesome. Yeah. So I know with you, we've given you the whole farm, all the tools, everything. I always just ask what for you have been some of the ones that have really helped you along the journey. I know it's just been 3 months, but there is too many tools to even talk about. So what for you though, you know,
Mhm.
has been your driving force that's helped you?
Yeah. While it's 3 months, it feels like I've known you for years. I don't know how you feel about it. I'll start with the so that. You not only mentioned it, you gave a template to fill, you gave some guidelines how to use it. When I travel, actually, I actually took this with me whenever I travel, and you sent a bracelet to just remember. So the what's your why or so that was very important. I never thought of health in that way. It's for the kids, it's for the family, it's for what it is. It's my and then the second one is uh, every day when I wake up, no matter what it is, I'm an early riser, the daily workout is right there. I think it's a very important tool for me, somebody who's very structured, somebody who's very planned, just to have it in my mobile app, and there is a reminder email that comes, hey, the workout is ready, the push-up. I smile when I wake up at 4, 5 o'clock. And then the weekly check-ins, that was new to me. Not a single week. When I get a message weekly check-in, I know for sure it's a Friday evening because you never fail to do the weekly check-in. So that's another tool I used. And the last and the most important for me, Coach Brad, is having that accountability partner. When I traveled, I asked you, I'm traveling, I won't be able to work out this day. You customize it for me. When I was not sure about some of the posture I'm doing, you sent another video and said, hey, follow this video. You would ask me to record some of this way I'm lifting or doing some poses and send it to you, give feedback. And when there's too much back and forth, you just created a video and made me feel like we're just talking to each other. So that daily workout being there proactively, weekly check-ins, accountability partner were like the key where I never lost momentum.
Yes. No, I always tell people like you that are very structured, you're going to do amazing with this program, and you have, which is great. So we've made it. You're celebrating your third month tomorrow. So you shared where you were at before. Now share what benefits, results, how is life a little bit different today than it was when you mentioned you had a kind of a scare when you were running your New York Marathon.
The first thing I'll start with the headline, right? In 3 months, I have lost around 32 pounds. And when we started, the goal was much lower than that because I didn't know what's going to happen. That's just a headline, right? But all my family, my friends are asking me, you look good, you look different, what's going on? But I will actually not go with the headline because what I learned is, and you had mentioned it, but I'm experiencing creating that habit every day, 6 days a week, 30 minutes of movement. I am very diligent in that. Once a week, it's a rest day. Once a week, you do mobility. I never done it in my life. So those are consistent habits I've been doing, and I'm hoping to continue that. Another thing is really looking at what I'm consuming. That starts with water. Uh, I used all kinds of excuses not to drink water. Now I have a big water jug everywhere in my car. When I travel, there's a water jug with me. So drinking water, getting enough sleep, and you know this. Like for the first 2 months, I said I'm doing everything except I'm not able to sleep because of my travel or young kids. I'm trying to make it intentional, trying to follow some of the tips and tricks you gave me, going to bed early, reading a book, getting myself worn down, sleep. And then I should say something that I never mentioned before, Coach Brad. In addition to the workout, you also send a daily educational link, and it goes into what are good fats, what are good carbs, what is protein, what is dairy, what is this, how do you cook vegetables, how do you eat meat. I would say that is kind of an unsung hero where I read some of those articles multiple times because when I go to grocery store, actually I literally took your instructions and I bought groceries, how to get enough protein. So I would say in many ways, this is how I feel today, where I have created a consistent habit in 3 months. I'm hoping to continue that. Movement every day, drinking enough water, getting sleep, and eating the appropriate level of food with the right level of nutrition. Because you know this is very easy to just grab whatever and eat it. Now, actually, for the first time, I'm reading labels and figuring out what's happening and paying attention to protein versus sugar. So it didn't feel like it's a strict program. It didn't feel like I'm depriving myself of anything. In fact, I had all these desires to do in my head before I met you. Now I'm doing it because there's a structure. Now I'm hoping to continue this journey of being consistent, learning every day. And now I'm able to have conversations. If I see something on the internet or on the social media, I actually go to some of the links you send and I read it to validate because there's a lot of wrong information or partial information out there. And then trial and error. Something you say in your videos, don't focus on what you can't do, focus on what you can do, cannot versus can. That I apply to food, water, sleep, food, everything. So it really helps me. Last point is I'm taking the same methodology now to just generally work in life. Like I actually use the Soda template to write. This is we were working together around the New Year's. What are my goals in the new year? So you know, it's expanded my knowledge base, I should say, about just health, life, lifestyle.
Awesome. Well, you're certainly inspiring me. That's the idea is we always bill ourselves at, like you said, the headline 10 to 30 pounds in 12 weeks, but that's not really that's what people are wanting. The real goal is what you got is education. You got more motivation. You have a reason why you should be moving each day. Those are the things that are gonna not necessarily help you for 3 months because you've gotten the results, but prepare you to continue on because you are going to continue on. You have new goals. Thanks for sharing your story. I know you're going to inspire others with the story. And if you are watching this, all you have to do to go to find more information about our coaching program is just to go to getyouinshape.com